This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Vasan takes the SOS call, will send 3 ships and 2 naval vessels to bring back Indians from trouble-torn Libya. Fishermen associations from Tamil Nadu will visit Colombo to discuss the continuing attacks on fishermen with their counterparts. Indian Union Muslim League is the second party after PMK to clinch the deal with the ruling DMK that allots them 3 seats. More than 2,000 members of the opposition form a human chain for 2 kilometers in Raja's native Perambalur against the 2G spectrum scam. I will miss playing with the Chennai Super Kings. Lakshmipati Balaji opens up in an exclusive chat with NDTV Hindu.
Yeah, definitely disappointed, like little bit.
Good evening, you're watching the Late Night News with me Divya. Let's bring you the news making national headlines. Can't have a repeat of Bangalore, says the ICC chief, blames the BCCI and local cricket associations for the ticket fiasco. 2 special Air India flights begin evacuating Indians from the Libyan capital. 2 naval ships are also on their way. The NCP MLA accused of raping a 22-year-old woman is suspended from the party. He is yet to be arrested. Sports Minister Ajay Markan snubs Kalmari, skips the National Games closing ceremony. Well, the Union Shipping Ministry today said that 3 ships would be sent for evacuation of Indians from violence-torn Libya. G.K. Vasan says the cruise liner MV Scotia that was supposed to be used for the proposed ferry service between Tuticorin and Tamil Nadu and Colombo was already on its way to Tripoli for rescuing 18,000 Indian nationals. It would be used to pull the Indians out of Libya and move them to safer places from where they would be airlifted to India. This move comes following the request of the Ministry of External Affairs. Remember, 2 Indians working in Libya have been killed last week in the clashes. One of them, in fact, is from Tirunelveli. Efforts are also being taken to bring his body back. Meanwhile, the first flight with Indian nationals has taken off from Libya. According to airport officials, a flight carrying Indian nationals took off at 4:10 this evening. It is expected to land at New Delhi's IGI airport around 11:40 tonight. The Indian government has said it will operate 2 flights a day out of Libya for the next 10 days to evacuate its nationals. On the ground, Libyan forces loyal to Gaddafi attacked anti-regime protesters with machine guns and rocket-propelled grenades at a mosque, leaving nearly 100 people dead. Well, a group of Indians employed in Libya have fled across the border into Tunisia, saying basic needs could not be met in the Libyan town of Zawiya. This town has seen heavy fighting between forces loyal to the Libyan leader Gaddafi and his opponents who want to end his 41-year rule. There is an acute scarcity of food and water in Zawiya as the situation worsens in Libya. And back to news from the state. Well, with Indian fishermen facing problems along the Sri Lankan border, government today decided that a delegation of fishermen associations from Tamil Nadu will visit Colombo for discussions with their counterparts. The decision was taken at a meeting convened by Foreign Secretary Nirupama Rao with officials of various departments like the Defence Ministry and the Coast Guard. The meeting, in which Tamil Nadu was represented by Chief Secretary S. Malathi and the Fisheries Secretary, emphasized that resorting to firing and use of force in such situations as had happened in January 2011 had no justification. And some political news now. Well, Indian Union Muslim League will fight the elections on the DMK symbol, the rising sun, with 3 seats being allotted to the party. In the 2006 elections, the DMK had allotted 2 seats to the IUML. The deal was finalized at a meeting between DMK President M. Karunanidhi and IUML Chief Kader Mohideen, making this the second party after the PMK to clinch a seat-sharing deal with the ruling party. The DMK has so far managed to bring back the PMK, a party of the backward Vaniyar community, into its alliance, giving them 31 seats. But the ruling DMK is yet to clinch the deal with the Congress even after 2 rounds of seat-sharing talks were held amidst tough bargaining by both of them. Now, Congress was said to be demanding over 80 of the 234 seats at stake, besides a share in power in the event of the alliance emerging victorious. But the DMK is reported to be disinclined to the proposition. Lokpriya reports on this big talk for bargain.
The 75-minute long talks between the Congress and the DMK at Anna Arivalayam last night turned out to be an anticlimax after both the parties failed to arrive at a consensus. This is the second round of seat-sharing talks between the two parties. As the DMK patriarch Karunanidhi himself made an entry in the midway of talks, rumours of a deal being sealed started doing the rounds. But it was just that, rumours.
We have appraised our stand and they have appraised their stand to us. Now we have to take forward today's meeting and the proposals to our High Command. That is one. Number two, like Congress, the DMK will take forward their position to their leader.
NDTV Hindu has learned that the Congress has demanded for a power sharing and a common minimum program for a coalition government in Tamil Nadu. The former demand of the party has not gone down too well with the Dravidian heavyweights who are averse to power sharing before the elections. But the Chanakya of Tamil Nadu politics sure knows how to play his cards right.
கூட்டணி ஆட்சின்ற ஒரு விஷயத்துல காங்கிரஸ் ரொம்ப உறுதியா இருக்கிறதா தகவல் சொல்றாங்களே, அதனால தான் இந்த பேச்சுவார்த்தையில இழுபறி நீடிக்குது அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்களே.
அவங்க கற்பனை.
திமுக சைடுல இருந்து ஃப்ரெஷ் ப்ரொபோசல்ஸ் என்ன கொடுத்திருக்கீங்க?
அதெல்லாம் ரகசியமான விஷயம்.
As the third largest party in the state with 15% vote share, sources say the Congress has demanded 80 seats, while the DMK is willing to concede around 55 seats, a 7-seat jump from its previous offer. With a firm AIDMK-DMDK alliance in the offing, it's going to be a tough call for both the Congress and DMK before they finalize on the magic numbers. The going seems to be getting tough for both the parties. Even after 2 rounds of seat-sharing talk, the final deal has not yet been clinched. Perhaps an indication the Congress is firm in its demands. Will the Congress demands be met? Will they get a bigger share in the pie? That's the big question. In Chennai, Lokpriya, NDTV Hindu.
Moving on, members of the Blue Cross have lodged a complaint against the horrific incident where over 40 stray dogs were poisoned with lethal injections and buried in a 6-foot deep trench in Perumbakam. Reports suggest the local panchayat leaders might have been behind this heinous crime. This incident comes to light after a similar one took place last year when over 60 community dogs were killed in Movelivakam near Poonamalli. This would come under the violation of the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act under the IPC. Animal lovers in the city have strongly condemned this incident. Let's in fact bring you the reactions that have been pouring in.
I think it's not good to kill stray dogs. I think they also have a right to live. Only thing is we have to learn to, since India is a country where we have so many of these diverse things, we have to learn to coexist. I think they should be taken care of in a better manner, if possible, rehabilitate them in the best manner possible.
Definitely killing dogs is not right, because when they have the right to live, right?
It's living with us, and then when it's not harm to us, then why we should do that? It's not the right thing.
Killing animals, that's these stray dogs, it is not correct. They are also having life like us. All the stray dogs are there, they are all lying. Injection harm unless you hit them, they won't bite you.
Well, we've also been getting reactions via email. Mr. Ram has written into NDTV Hindu saying the dog is a man's best friend and this certainly is no way of treating them. It's such a barbaric and cruel act and deserves the highest punishment. If these people cannot provide food and water, at least don't let them kill like this. And still ahead on the bulletin, the opposition is hitting the ruling party where it hurts and has come to Raja's home turf to stage the drama. More details when we come back.